This is Gary Atencio with CNTV, and today we're in Washington. I am here with CARPENTER. For over a decade, this speaker, coach, and entrepreneur has inspired countless individuals worldwide with valuable and energizing insights for any business environment. I am joined here with Carol. Thanks so much for joining us here today.
Thanks for having me, Gary.
Let's start off a little about yourself. Really, with over 24 endorsed skills on LinkedIn, that is a testament to your vast and wide experience that you share with clients worldwide. From an actress and a model turned business founder to pushing your limits in stunt work. And as a motorcycle racing enthusiast, share with me a little bit how a first-generation child born in the U.S. really was the foundation to this path in helping others.
Yeah, I always had an interest in helping others because I was, pre-med through most of school. And that was, I would say, a goal that was brought on by my family, because anybody that knows an Asian family, of course, knows that, you're either a doctor, a lawyer, or you're a prodigal pianist, right? So it's one of those three. And their path for me was to be a doctor. But my mother passed away when I was 19. And it quickly shifted for me because all of a sudden I was like, this is not my path. This is not what I wanted to do, right? This was a path that was kind of assigned to me. And and being the dutiful daughter, you do as you're told. And I did until she passed away. And I realized I don't want to do this. I'm good at it. I just don't want to do it. And that's not where my passion was. So I shifted gears into business. And yeah, I know, right? And next thing you know, I'm married, having kids. And then, yeah, I know. It's so funny, right? Where life takes you, because I was the one that was never supposed to get married or have children.
You just turned everything upside down. You turned it all upside down. That growing up in a role as really a big sister to a large extended family, is that kind of the foundation that has inspired you to empower other women out there, would you say?
Yeah, because in our family, we had predominantly male cousins. And then my extended cousins, like my second cousins, we had a few more females. And being the oldest sister, they've always, they want to kind of follow in your footsteps. And if I'm not going to set the example, how can I ask them, to see me as a leader?
While you were studying pre-med, a change in that major, going into business, that became necessary for you. That became your calling instead of your predetermined road that you're going to go on. Was that life event of your mother passing away, was that kind of a wake-up aha moment for you?
Pivotal. Yes, absolutely pivotal. Because if you keep going down a path that was assigned to you, but you didn't have a passion for it, you're just going to be just surviving in your life, and you're never going to follow a dream. And it's funny how things turn out. I ended up divorcing my now ex-husband, and we were married for over 21 years, and next thing you know, I'm lost because I don't even know who I am anymore because somebody pre-assigned a role to me, and I thought I knew what I wanted to do next, but I didn't. It's like, what do you want to do when you grow up?
And we keep asking ourselves that. As a successful entrepreneur, model, actress, you now help others reignite their passion for life. How important is connecting to your purpose to ignite that passion?
Huge, because to survive, you need a purpose. Right? At the end of the day, if you don't have a purpose, how are you going to wake up every single day and feel a drive to do anything or have ambition to do anything? So you have to have a purpose in life, whatever that purpose may be.
As we clarify our life goals and create a vision for success, fear can hold many people back. So must we awaken our inner strength and self-esteem to overcome our fears? And is that something you help with?
Yeah, well, I think the first step is curiosity, fostering curiosity throughout your life. And, things happen, but do you make the choice to go and try something, right? I didn't know I wanted to ride motorcycles. I just decided, well, my brother's been a stuntman forever. He obviously loves motorcycles. I don't know why I would do this, but by the time I was divorced, I was in my 40s. I was nowhere, right where I began when I was 19 when my mom died. So I'm like, okay, well, let's go do something nuts. Let's go try motorcycles.
You basically have to look up from your pre-med book and maybe have a little curiosity as to what's going on out here. Do I want to be a part of it?
Yeah. So do you want to live your life or do you just want to exist?
As a founder of multiple companies, you have learned to set healthy boundaries for yourself. And let me ask you this. Do you now teach others how to kind of do the same? I mean, is that important? I mean, women seem to be pulled in all different directions. My wife, she runs a company. She's raising kids, wearing so many multiple hats. Is that what you help maybe set some of those boundaries?
Yeah, I think boundaries are important. If you don't know what you stand for, then they can quickly manipulate you to do what they want. So if you know what you stand, and by the way, family is the worst boundary buster ever, right? And we let them get away with more than anybody else.
Absolutely. I don't care how young they are. If they look up and they ask me to break course of where I'm going, I'm like, oh my gosh, I was working on something really important here, but here we go.
Yeah, but we need to be there for our youth too, because I think so many of them are misguided and they have no direction.
I mean, you work hard, but you also race harder. Tell us about this passion for motorcycles and racing that led you to founding Moto Vixens.
Yeah, it was probably I was only doing it for about a year, and then I started doing research, and back then, there wasn't a lot of women riding motorcycles. And I think it was because it's so intimidating. It's a male-dominated industry. Everybody that has a track day or have some form of educational school, they're all run by men. And I figured, well, if not me, who? So, that's how I started. And my passion for motorcycles is what it gives me back. It gave me back a life. It gave me back a purpose. And that was kind of the start to all my other companies too, was just, yeah, it's ever evolving.
Yeah, when you realize, I mean, basically with Moto Vixens, you left your comfort zone. You ventured into the unknown. I mean, do all the experiences you've had provide you kind of the tools to help others gain the courage to overcome their obstacles as well?
Yeah, I think it's a little bit like therapy too, because a lot of us come with our own baggage. We have, these preconceived notions about ourselves. There's a lot of self-doubt, and there's limiting beliefs that we've created over the years. But why wouldn't we challenge them? They're only so because we make it so.
Yep, very much so. I mean, you teach that in order to take a company to the next level, sometimes the organization needs a different perspective. I mean, as a speaker, do you share unique perspectives growing up in American culture, yet at the same time with deep-rooted traditions from your family? I mean, that's a pretty unique perspective, I would have to say.
It is. It allowed me to challenge everything that was, I was ever taught or I believe in. And I got the benefit of, two cultures. I was born in the U.S. I had my Chinese culture, Taiwanese culture, right? And then the religions that I had based on that as well are, they're very different. So I got to pick the best of both worlds and tie them together.
Yep, absolutely. Freedom of America, but yet at the same time, some of those roots really have led you along the way. I can't imagine you trying to sort all that out. That would look pretty complicated.
I still haven't done it. So.
That is right. We're always a work in progress. This global movement has been shared in TED Talks, 2000s, but also as a coach. Do you enjoy helping to create an action plan for positive change and for success in these people? Do you enjoy getting to know that client?
I think that's the most important part, is getting to know them so that you can help guide them. I'm not so much a coach as an advisor, and I do things within the business for them to help provide, those strategies and actionable steps.
While most people out there would be pleased with the success you have achieved so far, you continue to expand your vision. What do you see in the future? What are some of the projects you got coming down the pike?
Oh, I've got a book that's being released in a series. It's a strategy series for leaders. And it's book number 2. I believe there's going to be 4 of them. It's going to be released by Simon & Schuster here in September. And I'm also an executive producer for a film that's coming out called The Strange. So there's a lot of things in the works. And I also do a private signature line with Wild Heart Sipping Vinegars, where I incorporate some of the flavors from my tradition. And yeah, I don't know. I don't think I'm ever going to stop, because I think life is an adventure.
Absolutely. It's looking up from that book with some curiosity that was a game changer for you. And I know Mom's smiling down. I mean, she's got to be looking down and going, hey, you did not do what everybody said we were supposed to do. Good for you. Carol, you have powerful, real-world knowledge and a life message that can turn uncertainty into a competitive advantage. You get your clients to really do the impossible by helping women to break barriers and get the results that they want. Is this rewarding work for you?
Oh, I love it. I just absolutely love it.
It's what you were born to do. Like you said, you found your passion, and it was not on the path that was originally intended for you.
Absolutely. Surprises abound.
Surprises abound, curiosity. Excellent. Viewers, let's take a look at the bottom of the screen right there. What you're going to see is her website. On the website, learn more about her upbringing and incredible story to empower women really across the globe. See her many acting and stunt credits and learn more about her upcoming projects. I mean, we're talking a couple books out there you'll be able to order from her as well. You can basically come together and realize that this is someone who can lead your company into maybe thinking outside of the box and challenging you, because she has challenged herself in her entire life. Once again, that is Carol Carpenter, the Elegant Disruptor. Work hard, race harder, and win. This is Gary Atencio with CNTV, and if you don't know, now you know.